Good evening, everyone. I had an opportunity to interact with Chiranjeev before a few years, and I know about this foundation. And this time we are all fortunate to have this kind of a foundation to make our films preserve for long. Rather than giving a longer speech, I would like to make it very brief, that I make it very personal and very subjective of experience. Due to some fire accident, more photographs at my place have been destroyed, and finally we could save one photograph half burnt of my grandfather and grandmother. It was so precious, there is no other photograph. I can't show my children how my grandfather, grandmother looks alike if I had not saved that. But the half-burnt photograph I took to Chennai V.G. Paneda during that time and made it a better photograph, which still I keep it. And once a year we make some puja, bring it, and all the members of the family see it. Please transfer this experience to films. We claim that we made such great films, but they're not there. They can't be seen. This particular message is for the new gen youngsters, how they should take the responsibility of saving the films along with us with such a personal feeling and experience.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be part of this wonderful occasion, and thank you, Shivendra, that you have given me a wonderful opportunity to be part of this beautiful thing. And here I would like to share one incident recently happened to me. A couple of years back, when I entered 60, that time we had a party, and everybody, they're giving different gifts. So one of the gifts is the rarest gift. That is my producer. One of the producers have given me the rights of a film named Khaidi, which was shot in 1983. The film which has given me star status and brought me a lot of millions of fans. So that film negative rights he gifted me. I'm so happy, and I'm a very joy that then next day I sent my man to particular labs. Then I came to know the negative was not existing. I was so sad, because it's not any other thing. It's emotionally I connected with that film. So when I have the rights, I felt it's my privilege. But where I didn't have the film, at least I'm trying to get the film. It is positive. I'm trying still. But meanwhile, very recent couple of months back, I happened to meet Shivendra Singh in my house, and he was talking about the heritage and restoring and preservation of the films. Then I want to share with him. Then he said, please come and extend your support so that we can try to restore it somehow or other. I'm really, that time when I came to know the importance of this foundation, Heritage Foundation, is very much needed. When you think of our 7 wonders, they're evidently seen. So we can tell to our people, our generations, next generations, what are the engineering marvels of our ancient people. So that's how we can brought our culture and our greatness and about our PPM and previous seniors or any people. So that's how even films also, if you take, that's the representing culture, heritage, and everything, how people used to live in those olden days. Like, and in the film industry, if you think of Indian film industry, there are Prithviraj Kapoor, So how many of latest generation actors, film personalities knows about Prithviraj Kapoor? They are such a legendary people, like Raj Kapoor. And in our Telugu, Chittur Nagaya garu, K.V. Reddy, the great legendary director L.V. Prasad garu, and other legendary actors like A.N.R., NTR. And these people, definitely we have to take what great heritage, these people are a treasure. We have to take them to the future generations. So to take them into the future, the only possibility is through negatives, through our old films. So we have to restore them, we have to preserve them and take it to the future generations. I'm very much impressed, and really whatever way Sivendra Singh asked me to do, I want to be part of this foundation. I want to extend all my cooperation and whatever possible way. I definitely ready to do that. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. So nice of you. Thank you very much.
Andarki namaskaram andi. Good evening, everyone. Why we are not preserving our films is basically we are not aware in the first place that we have to preserve our films. We thought when we make our films and the film is the negative is in the lab, we think that it is there forever. And when suddenly the digitalization came and everything was changing into digital, our films were scanned and we thought, yes, now it is digitalized and it's going to be there forever. We never thought that there were so many complications in the digital world moving forward with so many version changes and format changes. Everything is changing so fast that what we digitized few years back is absolutely useless or very low quality just within few years. In about 2015 or something, Shivendra got in touch with me and he said they want to preserve Magadhira, and I said, wait, no, we already digitalized it. But he said, no, that is, then he explained me that if you just look at the Magadhira digital copy which was done about 5 years back, it looks so low quality, almost like a VCD, not even a DVD. And we started, okay, let's preserve it further, and we started searching for it. 2009 Magadhira was made. In 2015 we searched for it and we couldn't find the negative. Just within 6 years it disappeared. We don't know what happened, maybe the lab changes or whatever. It was not found, and with much difficulty they could find one print of Magadhira which was with a lot of difficulty was preserved. So I didn't even know that so many complications were there. So then me and Shobhu were like, we thought, no, we have to preserve our films. I can't say for the rest of the world what's happening or whatever, I don't know, but for our films, we are really going to put efforts and save our films. Whichever format we make, of course, now everything is digital, but we really need to look into it, to see how we preserve our films. We buy a piece of land, we buy a piece of property. The documents are very carefully done. The stamp papers are really preserved in a good locker or a bank locker. If you do that for a property, physical property, just imagine what we have to do for our intellectual property. Thank you, and hope this will really throw a light on how to preserve films. Thank you.
Let me welcome everybody, especially the friends from the international community, to Hyderabad, the spicy land, like Amla says. We at Annapurna Studios are really proud and privileged to be associated with the Film Heritage Foundation, and thank you, Shivendra, for choosing us. Let me tell you a little bit of myself and my family. My father, right here, jumping in joy. We are actors for the last 83 years, 3 generations of actors. My father, myself, and my children also. And probably we have almost touching about 400 films all put together. And like David Walsh has said, most of them are gone. And that's very sad. I'm embarrassed to say that. We produced so many of these films, I think of the 400, probably 50. And we thought of making films, and but we never thought of preserving them. And like Rajamouli had said, we buy property and keep the documents inside safe. And I myself personally, one of my favorite films is Mani Ratnam's Geetanjali, and then there was another film called Shiva. Recently I looked for the print of negative or a print of Geetanjali. It's not there. I could just find a VCD and maybe a DVD, I don't know. I have to look for it. And in the same way, Shiva also, we found a digital copy somewhere and we could only restore it up to 2K. We couldn't even take it up to 4K. And the negative is gone. And my niece Supriya says there's 17 of our negatives in National Film Archive. And I don't know what condition those negatives are. So I'm feeling very embarrassed to say all of this, and very proud to say we make so many films, but very embarrassed to say that we didn't even think of preserving them. And I'm looking forward for these workshops, and thank you Shivendra, you made Annapurna Studios so beautiful, so nostalgic. Whenever I walk there now, it's really nice. I hope all of you enjoy the premises and the classrooms and enjoy the workshop, and looking forward to seeing you all there, and thank you all. And Jayesh, thank you for being proactive and taking the initiative, and I hope you do. The Telangana government does set up something for us, and we'd be very happy about that. And thank you all, and welcome to Hyderabad again.
Respected dignitaries, invitees, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, my apologies for showing up late, but nevertheless, I'm very happy that we are launching this very important and very valuable workshop today. I still remember about 8-9 months ago, Shivendra ji had met us and shared this idea with us, and it instantly appealed to us. We felt that this is something which is worth doing, and not just doing it as a standalone event, to do it in a longer term with some sustainable kind of results. And as I said, the government was very keen to have this program here. Our Minister Honorable K.T. Ramarao was supposed to be here, but he has got caught up with something else, not in Hyderabad. But nevertheless, he conveys his regards and best wishes. As all the eminent filmmakers, film artists have spoken, it is very important because making films is like a relay race. One generation makes a particular kind of films. It is passed on to the next generation and the next generation, and obviously while trends change, preferences change, but the essential element of filmmaking, particularly Indian style of filmmaking or the regional style of filmmaking, that always remains. And the more we cherish it, the more we learn from it, the richer our ways of making films in the future will be. But obviously, if you have to cherish anything, we need to have it accessible at all times, and therefore what the foundation is doing is something of tremendous value. I'm very glad that Adobe and so many other partners are supporting it, because while we have done a little bit, it is because of all you sponsors and patrons that this workshop has become a reality. And I too welcome all the overseas participants who I'm sure will benefit a lot from the technologies and the techniques that they will pick up here, and they will go on to contribute to preservation of film heritage in their own countries. And we would like, as Suresh Babu Garu and others mentioned, while the workshop is great in the sense that knowledge is now available to our own technicians, but what next after that? Because as many of us know this, the body of work in Telugu cinema is huge. In fact, such eminent people are present, but I don't know even if they know this or not. But in the last 20 years, we are close to 2020 now, in the last 20 years, there have been 3 calendar years in which more Telugu movies have been made as compared to Hindi movies also. So it's a substantial body of work right from early 1930s, 1940s onwards. So if you have to really sustain this work, what do you do? So the idea which Suresh Garu shared is something worth considering, creating a small corpus. And Shivendra was telling me that in Bombay they have set up a full-fledged an archive. So with the help of the industry, we'll be very willing to become a part of that as well. In fact, There are many things which the government is doing now. Just as an example, while this is not a apple to apple example, but I can share this with you because many of us use it. So the Wikipedia, for example, has a very, very meager Telugu content. So the government is now creating a huge, as rich as, maybe not English, but as rich as Hindi or any other international language, as a Telugu Wikipedia. And we are putting our entire money, effort, time, resources for that. So we'll be very happy if the idea of developing an archive, creating a corpus, bringing more professionals, if that takes shape with the help of the industry, we'll be very happy to become a part of it. And once again, my gratitude to Shivendraji for putting this event together, and let us hope that the next 7 days are very useful, very productive for everyone. Thank you very much.